This is Dirshu Mishnah Berurah Siman Dalid Sif Yud Dalid through Yud Ches, and we pick it up from the bottom of Sif Yud Dalid. It says the Machaber Hishkim, someone who gets up. In 1 second, let's get the highlighting going over here. Here we go. Hishkim, someone who awakes. Koidem Amud Shachar, someone who wakes up early in the morning before Alois HaShachar, before sunrise. And he washes his hands. So he's up early in the morning, gets up at 3 in the morning, he washes his hands. And he does what he does. So now what's the question? When we get to daytime, we're not sure. Does he have to wash his hands a second time? When the sun rises. Why would you have to wash your hands again? To remove the impure spirit that is washing on your hands. So what do we do? And this is, I think, the third time that we've had such a scenario brought down in the Shulchan Aruch. Mishnah Berurah says, and says the Ramah, so you're not sure what to do, you wash your hands again without a bracha. So comes along the Mishnah Berurah right away, and the Mishnah Berurah Sivkatan Lamed Aleph says that when the sun rises at daybreak, so what's the debate over here? Because there are those that say that at dawn what happens is the Ruach Ra again comes upon your hands. It was there the first time. So the debate over here is, when does this Ruach Ra come down? Is it the first time you wake up in the morning? Or is it perhaps at Alois HaShachar? So you were up earlier. But now at Alois, even while you being awake, a new impure spirit rests upon your hands. So now you have to wash your hands again. That is the debate. You have to wash them. Ruach Ra, says Mishnah Berurah Sivkatan Lamed Beis. We're not talking about davening. As we've seen, in order to daven, you do not have to wash your hands a second time. And even if you went back to sleep a second time, that's the other side of the coin. If you went back to sleep and then you woke up again, then for sure you have to, wash your hands because of the Ruach Ra. But you can't make a bracha. Why not? And even if. And Mashinas Keva. Even if you went back to sleep, you woke up at 2 in the morning, and then you went back to sleep for 2 hours. Ashinas Keva, you still can't make a bracha. Why? Says Mishnah Berurah, like we've been seeing, that Akdam, that the Mishnah Berurah said, the Rosh and the Rash were the 2 reasons for. The Tilas Yadayim says Mishnah Berurah, the Nuchayshin, L'shitas HaRashba, we're concerned with the opinion of the Rajvas here lay. Because in the morning, you're a new creation. It says Mishnah Berurah, you can only be a new creation once. Not 2 times. And therefore, because of the Ruach Ra, we don't have a bracha. And this is the theme we keep on saying, that we have these 2 reasons. We have Ruach Ra on one hand, the impure spirit that comes in the morning or at Alois, and on the other hand, we have that you're a new creation in the morning. And because of that debate, because we're not sure which one wins, we're always going to say to wash your hands, but don't make a bracha. As Mishnah Berurah continues in Sivkatan Lamed Gimel B'loi Bracha, let's say the first time you messed up, you didn't make a bracha. You do not make a bracha now. You can't say Asher Kedishanu b'mitzvos vitzivanu, that you commanded us to wash our hands. Because you already were fulfilled your obligation for davening when you washed your hands the first time, the Das Arash. So what do? We learned yesterday. We wrote above in Shari Tshuva Sivkatan Daled Makam Anachin. What should you do? You should cause yourself being able to make a bracha on Tilas Yadayim. How do you do that? Hainu sheyases sirachav, use the bathroom before davening, and therefore v'yischayev levarich al Tilas Yadayim. Now you have a chiyuv, an obligation to make the bracha. Now Sivkatan Daled b'shem. And then in all these cases of suffix, the best way to deal with it is to wash your hands the second time, and the second time after you use the bathroom, and then you'll be able to make al Tilas Yadayim, then you'll be able to make the bracha without any issues. So let's take a moment before we go to Siftas Vav. Let's move over here to the Dirshu. Says the Dirshu, no 41 says that when you wake up early in the morning to say Slichos, which is perhaps the most common case of this Sif, that you wake up before Alois and you're up through after Alois. So he quotes the Mata Ephraim that you wash your hands again Now what do? You wash your hands again when you finish saying slichos, when it's daybreak already. But of course, what does it sound like? It sounds like you don't have to run to wash your hands right in the middle of slichos. Maybe they should give a clap during slichos. Say, oh, it's alois. Everyone go wash their hands. It sounds like from the Mata Ephraim you don't have to. Rishav Zalman Arbach, Chaim Kanievsky says the same thing, that you don't have to take a break in the middle of slichos in order to wash your hands. And Rishav Zalman adds on, also you don't have to be makbid not to walk for amos, and you don't have to be makbid not to touch yourself, etc., because you already washed your hands before Allah Yisah Shachar. Continues the Dirshu over here in Sivkatan Lami Gimel, that you don't make a bracha because you can't say Al Netilas V'Sivanu. You already were your obligation. He quotes, he says, Odasa Rashi Beralacha says above, Sherashayu Lisadir Sabracha Dil Zayim Shabrach Shachar. You can say it together with Berach Shachar. As we've seen already, that you're allowed to wait in order to say the bracha together with all the other brachas together by davening. And now we continue in the Mechaber Sif Tes Vav. Says the Mechaber, says the Shulchan Aruch, Yoshin Bayoim, someone who sleeps during the day, Yishlei Tabik. We're not sure. Do you have to wash your hands, have to take a nap by day? Says the Ramah. So what do? You wash your hands without a bracha. Let's take Sifta Zayin together. Says Sifta Zayin, David, the Havid HaMelech Nizar Shal Yishayin. He was careful not to go to sleep Shita Nishmin for 60 Nishmin, 60 breaths. We'll see what that means. Shita Nishimais. Why not? Kedei Shal Yitoim Dama Misa. Because we know that when someone goes to sleep, and we're going to see it's going to be a debate night and day, but he has this ruach ra. Where does this ruach ra come from? It comes from the taste of death. David HaMelech did not want that, so he was careful never to sleep Shita Nishmin. Says the Ramah, specifically by day, in the base, safe. And now, actually, no, let's just see Sif Yitzayin as well, and then we can do all the Mishnah Berurahs together. Says over here, Sif Yitzayin, Ish Noyagim, there are those that have the custom, Lirchais PM Shachris, wash your mouth in the morning, and they are because of the thick saliva in their mouth. Says the Mishnah Berurah Sivkatan Lami Dalad Yishlis Tabik. This is going back if someone has to wash his hands when he takes a nap by day. Says Mishnah Berurah, what's the suffix? What's the doubt? Does the nighttime cause the ruach atama ishina karim, or does the sleep itself cause it? V'davka yoshin shita nishmin, and specifically someone who sleeps 60 nishmin, avopachas mizeh, less than that, whatever that is, ein ruach rashayav afilu b'layil, even at night. Shita nishmin, says Mishnah Berurah Sivkatan Lamed Hey Rotzalaimak. Ritzufin consecutively. So what would David HaMelech do? Elohim misnaning kampam. He would doze off many times. Bachos shita nishmin, less than 60 breaths. Al chatzais alayla, until nighttime. And then we know, of course, mechatzais alayla miskaber kari. The harp would play, and that's what David HaMelech composed to him from chatzais alayla and onward. The Ramah said that there are some that say it was davka bayoim. Hisigul of achreinim. The achreinim argued, lo nimsa sham came the Gemara. We don't have such a Gemara. The Ramah claims there's a Gemara that says it was only by day. Says the Mishnah Berurah, we don't have such a thing. Rakla Morayim, Aval David Ba'atzmai Gam Belayla Yonizir. V'nafkamina calls El Didan. Says Mishnah Berurah, what does this have to do with us? We're not doing such a thing. Says Mishnah Berurah, Shval Nefesh Yachmer Al Kolponim Ba'yoim. Even though we don't find such a Gemara about David HaMelech by day, but about Nefesh should try at least by day not to sleep 60 breaths. Again, we don't know exactly what that is yet. The Mishnah Berurah continues, don't get worried. Shabbos, Shinas b'Shabbos, Tainik, sleeping on Shabbos is Tainik. Shabbos is not part of this discussion. Let's say you can't learn, your brain gets foggy, you need to take a nap in the afternoon. Says the Mishnah Berurah, you let us sleep a little bit of lo yarech ba, but don't sleep too much. That's why. Why are you taking the nap? Not for your own enjoyment. Strength. So you can serve Hashem. When it comes to sleep, it depends on each and every person. And the needs that you have to serve Hashem. Sif Katan Lamed Zayin, we said you should wash your mouth because the saliva of Ne'aririn. Because you have to be able to mention the Shema Hashem, the Kedusha V'Tayra, with holiness and purity. Let's say you're an Istinus, and whatever water you have, you don't want to use to wash your mouth. They're not clean. You're allowed to make a bracha. Before we go to Dirshu, let's take a moment. I know we don't usually read the Berurah Halachos, but let's take a moment to look at the Berurah Halacha, the Berurah Maskil, David. It says the Berurah Halacha, Rabu Bayadir's Bashir Zat. Many opinions. What is this Shita Nishmin that David HaMelech did not sleep? Yeshayim Tehu. There are those that say, do Gimel, turning over to the next page over here, that it's Gimel Shais, it's 3 hours, and they arrive at Arizal, Hayoshe B'Shabbos, Beis Gimel Shais, you sleep 2 or 3 hours. And some say, no, the Shiny Tamal Chacham B'Shabbos, the Mitzulani B'Shabbos, that's a different, you can't bring a raya from there. Maybe the Arizal got up, who said he slept for 3 hours straight. That's a little bit more than a half hour. That's a bit of an intense shita. Anything more than 3 minutes. So is it 3 hours? Is it a half hour? Is it 3 minutes? And a Baal Nefesh should try his best to be stringent, as best as possible, not to sleep during the day. The Mishnah Berurah said that amount. Says that the Dirshu over here, note 43, that we're not sure what causes this ruach to go in it. Is it the night or is it the sleep? But it's only the sleep Shita Nishmin. And now the Dirshu over here points out again, but with regard to this halacha, you do not have to be careful not to walk, not to touch yourself. The Bujacha says you don't have to be worried about sleeping during the day. Meaning, even if you're going to be makbid to wash your hands, but all the other stringencies do not apply. Whereas Rav Chaim Kanievsky says, no, it's taif. It's a good thing to be careful not to touch yourself after you take a nap, and as well not to touch food is a good thing. But with regard to walking Daled Amos, the Chazon Ish said you do not have to worry about that. So in a nap during the day, again, we said the nap, each person according to his abilities, whatever the nap will be when one wakes up, we said it's better to wash your hands without a bracha, but you don't have to be as careful as waking up in the morning. And similarly, he says, Dirshu number 4, with regard to making the bracha, we'll see in Siman Mem Vav that he slept the night Shita Nishmin. Everyone agrees. Then you can make the bracha, and that's where it comes from. If someone sleeps Shavuos night, a half hour, etc. That opinion of Shita Nishmin in the Berurah Halacha. And now the Mishnah Berurah said, with regarding to how much sleep a person needs, each person is subjective, how much he needs to serve Hashem. Note 45, it says, Shulchan says the same thing, that we find that the Argedalim, they used to take a nap during the day for 2 to 3 hours because they were weak. So it's not usher, it's as much as a person needs. And finally, in Dirshu note 46, it says that you only have to wipe the dirty area of a filin. No, that is the next. That is Sif Yud Ches, which the truth is, I believe we're supposed to start it, but we'll just take the whole Sif Yud Ches and the next year tomorrow.